Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda, and please welcome to our Operation Freedom platform, WeThePeopleProcessing.com. You know, are you tired of being threatened to be canceled just because you have a company focused on liberty and freedom? Well, worry no more, folks. WeThePeopleProcessing.com is your go-to merchant services, freedom-based company to provide business service payment solutions. We the People Processing provides their clients a cancel culture-free platform which is domestically based. They provide competitive rates, no contracts with next-day funding, a fully vetted and like-minded financial infrastructure, and full support for integrations, implementation, and e-commerce efforts. Bottom line, WeThePeopleProcessing.com focuses on defending your company's free market growth, values, and future. Check them out at www.WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Once you're on the site, enter in password Operation Freedom or call 855-499-2024. That's WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Then, when on the website, enter Operation Freedom as your password or call 855-499-2024.
Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you state
She's
categorically?
asking a question.
Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You are
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a
question.
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to Dave versus the MSM. I'd like to thank you for joining me today and thank you for supporting this platform. Look, I don't know how much longer this channel will be available. There are only limited things I can speak about and there's only limited depth I can go into. This is why every Tuesday I do put a video up on this platform. But understand, this is just beyond a tip of the iceberg of what I do. And if you want to benefit from the information and the guests and the analysis I bring forward, well, there are other avenues to do that. One, DaveJanda.com. There is a tremendous amount of free content there. But where the real meat of the matter is on the subscription side. Extra shows, extra content, extra guests, analysis, and as well as archives to all of our shows. Plus, we have a Rumble channel. Now, look, there's a real problem with Rumble, and I don't buy into this, oh, it's perfect and it's nirvana. It's not, okay? And I don't want to go into all the details, but the latest is Operation Freedom. In 2010, I registered it and trademarked it for the use of commentary and political information and healthcare information and the like. There is another channel that has stolen the name on Rumble of Operation Freedom. So I'm getting negative feedback of people saying, I went to your Rumble channel, it has all these other people's content, I want your content, and it's not, well, they're on the wrong channel. So I petitioned Rumble and said, listen, here is my trademark, here is it, it's registered, only I can use it, this individual or this group has ripped me off, and they're putting content in there that's lousy, and it's not our channel. I do have the link below this in the pinned comments. And always, I put in the pinned comment the video I put up for free every Tuesday as well on the website. So you should go there when you're done here. And I put the link to our Rumble channel, the official Rumble channel for Operation Freedom. But there's a fake out there. So let's see what Rumble does about this, but they've been dragging their feet. So I don't want to hear any of this garbage that Rumble is, oh, so perfect, and it's not, which is why DaveJanda.com is so important. I put free content there, but there's also the subscription side, as I mentioned. So look, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing YouTube because, frankly, it's an exercise in futility as far as I'm concerned at this point. But the bottom line is, I'm not here, or I'm not putting much here. DaveJanda.com is where you have to go if you want it. If you don't, best of luck. I wish you the best. But we put you months, if not years, ahead of the curve. Look, here's an example. For 2 years, I have told you since this, and I can't say it, since this goat rodeo was washed upon our shores, that has caused havoc and destruction. I told you that this was more than just right? That this was about control, that it was a multifaceted assault on freedom and security and sovereignty, as well as health issues, right? But that's the Trojan horse that was being used. On Operation Freedom, I've been speaking about inflation, supply chain issues, and voting with your hard-earned dollars and how to make a difference. Look, we all know over the past couple years how the Globalist syndicate has done quite well. While middle America, small and medium-sized American-made businesses have suffered while the big box stores have prospered. Many people believe, well, there's nothing you can do about it. I believe there is, folks. I believe there is. That's the good news. We need to vote with our dollars. That is how we make a difference. What if there was a better way to utilize our resources that we have earned to support small and medium-sized businesses rather than these big box stores or the globalist syndicate? Look, businesses that do not rely on cargo ships from far-off distant lands, that are American-based businesses, are the key. And that is where PatriotSwitch.com gives you and me the ability to help each other. Rather than continuing to give our money to the big box stores or the globalist syndicate, if you will. That's why PatriotSwitch.com was created, to help provide products from family-owned, American-made businesses and companies, and provide it to folks like you and me. That's PatriotSwitch.com, PatriotSwitch.com. Now, many people, fair enough, a couple of years ago when I put this forward, doubted me. Okay. But even people out there in the People's Republic of Ann Arbor, the brain-dead zealots, have awakened. And they're fed up with it too. And this is why you're seeing the Barry Weiss's, the former New York Times editor, going on Bill Maher's show this past week and saying, you know what, I've had it with this. This is, everything they said has been false. And everything those crazies were saying has happened. Look, Barry Weiss did nothing but denigrate all of us that were putting the facts forward for 2 years about this, about what this was all about how early effective treatment was the way to go. We were denigrated. I mean, she even admits it because she was too busy washing her Pringles cans before she brought them in the house and changing all her clothes because, But she's seen the light. And as she points out, we were told this would, and it hasn't. Oh, no. And all these people that, they're all sick. And then she said, wow, there are a lot of leftists and progressives that identify with me, and I identify with them, and they all feel the same way, but they're afraid. And that's just the way they want it, because this has been a pandemic of many things, including fear. And we pointed this out from the beginning. Now, an individual who has stepped up as well is Dr. Robert Malone. Both of us are graduates of Northwestern University Medical School. Malone is the guy who invented the platform for the mRNA, right? But when he developed it, it was for chemotherapy. And then it got usurped, let's use that word, for this. And I can't go into the details on this platform, but I do on my radio show, which you can listen to free every Sunday from 2 to 5. Go to davejana.com and hit the listen live button, and you got it. If you want the podcast, it's part of our subscription platform, so you get them 24/7. But I go into great detail there and even more depth at davejanet.com. Yeah, on the free side, but also on the subscription side, even more so. But we've been talking about this from the very outset. About this is not as what it appears across the board. And this is about control. And this is about instituting their new world order. Now, Robert Malone, who has a long track record of dealing with the Defense Department, DARPA, the FDA, the NIH, the CDC. I have a long track record of working in healthcare policy, starting in the end of the Reagan administration, 88, and working over the years, not that people listen, but having networked through those agencies as well. But this is what Robert Malone came up with this week. This is an email that that he sent out. I received. And it was the basis for his presentation at the Lincoln Memorial for that march. There's some great presentations there. Dr. Peter Malone had a great presentation. They were all great. RFK Jr. But Robert Malone sent this email out, and this was the basis for his presentation. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But let me talk about the essence of what Dr. Malone has put in writing that a number of us for 2 years have put in videos and in radio shows, that we have been demonized and slandered and defamed and threatened over. Because it all goes back to, look, over a year ago, I was taken off of Twitter because I called it the freedom stripping. The reason why I was deplatformed, it goes to the heart of this, that it's more than it's about freedom stripping, sovereignty stripping. From Robert Malone. The concept of a nation state is increasingly obsolete as it is slowly revealed that the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, who we've talked about, has trained and placed a wide range of Manchurian candidates into leadership positions across the Western political organizations and globalist corporations. So we can title this Global Leaders, Scum, for tomorrow. Why do I say that? This is from Michael Lord. In 1992, Klaus Schwab established a parallel institution, the Global Leaders, Scum, for tomorrow, which was reestablished as Young Global Leaders in 2004. Attendees at the school, and it'll all make sense here of what's happened over the past couple of years and who's had these roles and the recommendations they've been making, Attendees at the school must apply for admission and are then subjected to a rigorous selection process. Yeah, are you compromised? If you are, come on in. If you're not, get out of here. Members of the school's very first class in 1992 already included many who went on to become important liberal political figures such as Angela Merkel, Nicolas Sarkozy, and, Sir Tony Blair. There are currently about 1,300 graduates of this school. These are little puppets. Not graduates. Puppets. Deep state puppets. Globalist puppets. Syndicate puppets. And the list of alumni includes several names of those who went on to become leaders of the health institutions of their respective nations. 4 of them are former and current health ministers from Germany. Other notable names on the school's rosters are Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, whose stringent lockdown measures have been praised by global health authorities, her mentors, her teachers at the school of Scum. Emmanuel Macron, the President of France, who said that, what did he say? He wanted to piss off everybody that didn't. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Mackie. Yeah, we taught you that at school, the school of Scum. Yeah. Sebastian Kurz, who was until recently the Chancellor of Austria. Oh, huh? How about that? There's some good That's some good stuff, huh? Some great mandates, some great lock. You can't eat. You can't go to the store. Oh, unless... Learn that at the School of Scum. Viktor Orban, Prime Minister of Hungary. Jean-Claude Juncker, former Prime Minister of Luxembourg and President of the European Commission. We also find such notable scum as the California Governor Gavin Newsom on the list, who was selected for the class of 2005, as well as former presidential candidate and current U.S. Secretary of Transportation, good old Pete Buttigieg, the guy who's on, 6 months of maternity leave or paternity leave or whatever it is. Meanwhile, we got a supply chain crisis going on. We got truckers ports being closed. Gotta stay home. He was in the class of scum of 2019, Buttigieg. Yeah. All these politicians who were in office during the past 2 years have favored harsh responses to the pandemic, and which also happened to considerably increase their respective government's power. But the school's list of alumni is not limited to political leaders. We also find many of the captains of private industry. That includes who? Yeah, Bill Gates. Yeah, we got to do some population reduction. I've been playing that clip since 2015 that it was sent to me by a friend of mine who attended that TED Talk. Yeah, played it again this weekend on the radio show. We're going to reduce population by using 3 things. This, healthcare, and family services. Bill Gates, member of the class of the scum, right? Yeah, School of Scum. Amazon's Jeff Bezos, Virgin Airlines, Richard Branson, and the Clinton Foundation's Chelsea Clinton. How special. Again, all of them expressed support for the global response to the pandemic, and many reaped considerable profits as a result of the measures. From Michael Lord. So I offer you a question with a self-evident answer. Have these people demonstrated competence in managing this global crisis? Well, yeah, for their puppeteers. Yeah, it benefited the global elite. Because remember, I keep outlining to you, and people have, you're wrong, Dave. These are high-level people, the Bezoses and the Gates and the Obamas and the News no, they're middle-level puppets. Goes on. They believe that we should surrender our freedom to choose and exercise personal autonomy because they are better qualified to manage our affairs for us. Personally, I think we can conclude that they have clearly demonstrated gross incompetence combined with medical ethics which seem to initially mirror those of some guy named Joe, from Germany. What's his Mengele? And we should not and cannot rely on them to lead the one world government which they wish to impose on us for our own good. Personally, a global system grounded in the philosophy of, quote, govern me harder, daddy, end quote, is not one that I'm willing to agree to. Thank you very much. I've had quite enough of autocratic narcissists to last me for the rest of my life. Yeah, goes for all of us, doesn't it? So what are we going to do about it? Well, here's what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to keep addressing it and taking it on head on my radio show, on DaveJanda.com, on however long I'm here, on YouTube, and on whatever with Rumble, on the real Operation Freedom channel that's linked in the pinned comment underneath this video. You see, they're desperate, the globalists, and they're panicked. These are not positions of power that they're taking with the mandates and the this and the that and the freedom stripping agenda. It's because they're panicked and they're desperate. And they're losing. Why are they losing? Because people like me in the independent media and people like you take this information and these videos and you send them to your friends and families. And you have them come to listen to our radio show or come to our website. And they get more information. And it opens their eyes. And in the process, it saves them their freedoms, their liberties, and their lives. And they, in turn, then tell others it's a bucket brigade of truth and freedom. So the best thing you can do, you want to win this war quicker? Talk to more people. Your friends, your families, your relatives, your coworkers, your neighbors, people you don't even know. Say, hey, are you aware? The more people's eyes become opened, the more people we have educated, the more people we have empowered, and the sooner we end this reign of terror by the deep state. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today. I hope you will join us at davejanda.com. On the free side, or sign up for the subscription service, $9 a month. It gives you priceless information, complete access to the entire site, and all the shows, and all the guests, and all the analysis, and everything. And if you don't like it after a month, you don't have to sign up for a year. Sign up for a month. If you don't like it, get rid of it. But I don't know why. And this is not hyperbole. That content will save your life. Fact. I thank you for joining me today. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time.